Good morning, team. We are on the road again. We are heading over to Bristol. We're going to go train at Culture. It's 40 minutes, maybe 45 away from where I live. Wanted to go there ever since it's opened. It looks like an insane facility. So we're just going to go check it out, see what it's like. Not sure what it's going to be like for weightlifting and CrossFit. Seems like it might be a little bit more bodybuilding and high rocks, but we're going to go check it out. I know they've got lifting platforms and that's what I need the majority of the time. And then because we're there, we'll check out some of the bodybuilding stuff. We'll do a little bit of that as well. So pre-workout, trainers on, bag packed, and then head over to Bristol. For a gym in the UK, it is very expensive, I think. £32 for a day pass, which I don't know any gym. Even London gyms tend to be 20, 25 for a day. So it is expensive. So I'm expecting big things to justify that price tag. There's me thinking I'd avoid all the traffic because it is 9:30. I assumed everyone would be in work or already at school. Okay, so that 40-minute drive is probably going to be close to an hour. Anyway, whilst we're in traffic, today we're carrying on in our strength programming. We're doing a lot of Olympic lifting work. So we've got overhead squats, trying to build on last week. I think last week was the first time I've overhead squatted in probably 9 months, maybe longer. Worked up to 80, so we're going to try and top that. We've got some clean pulls, just trying to develop some strength from the floor. There's some other bits in there as well, and then we want to do a little bit of a barbell cycling WOD as well as, like I said, we're going to a new gym. We may chuck some bodybuilding bits in there, see what kind of machines they've got. They are fully kitted out, so they should have a little bit of everything. So there's probably going to be something I haven't seen before, so I might give it a try. We'll see. But that is the rough plan. Carrying on, big strength emphasis when we get there. And just focusing on boosting top end numbers. Okay, so we've arrived, got through all the traffic. First impressions, this place is stunning. Like reception, cafe are on point. Got a scan to get in. Got like a, what's it called, QR tag to scan through, which not many gyms have, but I guess that's what you're paying for. Loads of space, whole like functional area, which it's just me at the moment. Starting off, overhead squats, going to build up to a heavy 3 with pulls. Trying to beat last week. I don't have my lifters or sleeves like last week, so let's see if that impacts it. Probably going to. I'm going to use that as my excuse. Okay then, that's the overhead squats done. So we're going into clean pulls. We're going to build up and then we're going to do 3 sets of 3 at my current 1RM plus. So we're just building on that strength on the floor. Trying to be dynamic in the second pull, so like control to the knee and then big pull into the hip. That's something I say to a lot of my clients. Like there should be 2 different speeds when we clean. It should be controlled from the floor and then explode from the knee to generate that power. If you go too fast from the floor, you tend to get into the wrong position and then that'll affect you later in the lift. So these are really good for obviously developing the strengths, but also working on that turn of speed and timing to
yeah, to get more power in your clean. So we're going to warm up, and then we've got 3x3. It's pretty quiet in here, which is nice. Like, it's a massive space. It's not quiet, there's probably 30 people in here, but because it's so big, it's really spread out, and I pretty much have the whole functional bit to myself, which is lovely. Okay, that's the main strength piece done. So there was some lower body bits, but because I'm running later and I've got intervals, which are going to be tough anyway, I'm not going to do the lower body work. I'm going to save that for another day, because I did it last week and those intervals were horrendous. So I don't want to tire out my legs any more than I need to. So we're going to go for a WOD. I'm going to do a quick Metcon, nothing too fancy. We're just going to go 15, 12, 9. Cal ski, dumbbell snatch, and box 3 rounds of that. And then I think I'm going to go find a few arm machines to finish. I think that's the rough plan. So yeah, let's get into the Metcon. I'm so unfit right now, it's not even a joke. That shouldn't have been so hard, but fitness just isn't there. I have no desire to put myself in a hole anymore. So my Metcons have dramatically reduced. So I'm now suffering for that. It's got to get better, but you know when you just don't want to do something and there's no motivation, I got no comp. So I don't want to be in a hole. Alright, that's done. Let's go and find some funky arm machines.
Alright, we're done. I didn't want to film the last bit because I kind of went into a busier area and I didn't want to like film people that don't want to be filmed, but just hit some arms to finish off, and then pretty much was just exploring the bodybuilding part of the gym. But that gym is sick. It's like the perfect colour scheme for a gym that I'd want. It's got all the equipment. It's not too busy, but it is 11 o'clock in the morning, so I don't know what it would be like at peak times, but for this time, for me anyway, it's perfect. Don't know whether it's worth £32 for the day, but in fairness, I had a short session and I'm not using like the sauna and stuff that you do get included in that, so there is that argument to be made. It is expensive, but it is also probably one of the nicest gyms I've been to in the UK. Yeah, got to balance it out. But well worth a trip up, make the most of the day, and yeah, hopefully I'll come back at some point. Definitely won't be coming in every week, but it's nice to have it within driving distance as an option with like a fully equipped space. So it's definitely worth visiting if you are in the southwest. That is it for the video today, short and sweet. I should start doing a gym tour series and just go and visit all the sick gyms in the UK. That would be good. If you enjoyed this one, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.